having great, amazing sex has everything to do with the level of confidence that first you have within yourself, but that safe space that you have with your partner. How does someone who ain't fucked in a long time since COVID, ding, 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 like,
You been on
how
that
do
quarantine
we?
coochie.
I've been quarantined this cooch, okay? How does somebody regain that confidence? Because I'm like, wait a minute, do the girl still got it?
Right.
What we sipping on? I hope y'all got y'all drinks together. Y'all got y'all drinks together. Pour it up, pour it up. Tonight's drink is free the cooch. Free the cooch. We're gonna free the cooch tonight. Coochie coach, come off me because we're gonna free the cooch. Free the
Free the
cooch.
cooch. Wow. I think I like that.
Yes,
Free the
honey.
cooch, baby. Let
Free.
her loose, baby.
Let her loose. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Woo,
So
baby.
listen, tonight we got a lot going on in the culture, but I'm sure you all have heard by now that the impeachment has happened. I don't know what the next steps will be or what that looks like. I'm sure it's more to come, but them folk gonna be mad. Y'all thought they was
Hello.
mad before? Y'all watch your back, stay vigilant, look at everything that's your surround, like be aware.
Hmm.
Cause I'm in the DMV area, okay? And I have heard that they've canceled the reservations for Airbnbs because these protesters or rioters at this point
Yes.
um have scheduled Airbnbs. They've been here since the
Hmm.
US Capitol shit. They ready. They sitting on ready. And shout out to Airbnb for canceling the reservations. I know that it's gonna be heavy security. Y'all, it's a damn shame that
It's
we
no.
got it like we got our first black vice president, female, that's gonna be inaugurated on Wednesday. And it's got to be so much security. That's a damn shame.
Pain. Mm,
It
mm.
is. It is. But hopefully it goes over well, beautifully, and without incident, and that everybody in the damn shame community that's in the DMV area, that we all stay safe. Y'all, it's Dr. King's birthday. I know we
Yes.
officially celebrated on Monday, but it's his birthday today. So we must pay homage to Dr. Martin Luther King. I mean, he's paramount in our community, in our civil rights history. So, we cannot forget about him. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention it on my platform.
Hmm.
All right, all right. So, Dan Chambers, I know y'all are coming in, coming in, coming in. I am so excited. I can't wait for y'all to hear about the coochie. I said, girl, what? What? What you gonna tell me? Baby, we got some stuff to talk about tonight. So, damn shameless, where y'all at?
Hey, hey, everybody. We want to give a warm welcome to Miss Regina Cornish. She's in here tonight. Alicia Stokes and Darren Sampson. Thank y'all for being with us tonight. Yay!
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, damn Seamus, for supporting me each and every week. Again, share the live, hit that subscribe button. If you like it, thumbs up it. If you don't like it, thumbs down it. But shit, I need your honest opinion. Leave a comment. Let the girl know what we're doing good and how we can improve. Hey, I'm open for all feedback. Okay, so let's get into this main event. Miss Coochie Coach, honey, Nikki B.
Yes, ma'am.
That is you. So, starting this new year, 2021, new beginnings for us, because it was a shit show in 2020, right? And let's be honest, it was. And so now everybody is trying to really hone in mind, body, and soul and getting themselves together and exploring and igniting their best self. But
Hmm.
hey, let's be clear. We gotta definitely start with ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? And
Indeed.
dive for ladies, our women parts, And for our partners, just making sure that they're in sync with us, and where we need to be and where we want to go, and take that relationship, or that intimate thing that they, how do they react to
Mhm.
our cooch. So that's what tonight is about, mind, body, and soul, but just honing in on the cooch and how our men or our partners, we gotta be
Mhm.
fair, equal opportunity for everyone, how they respond to that. You understand what I'm saying? So that
See,
you mentioned that you are this sexual freedom strategist. What is that? Tell me more about that.
well, first of all, thank you. Thank you for, inviting me to participate in this experience of all things that are a damn shame. Okay. So thank you so much. And thank you for your support, right? So, every week, my girl LA and I, we go live and you pop in all the time, showing love on live. And we just are on there shooting the shit, just two homegirls from the Bronx building about our businesses. And so we thank you. I thank you for saying, Nikki, here's the deal. This is what happened. This is what I need. Let's make this happen tonight. And so I want you to know I was working with the universe to really have this be how you envisioned it, right? Me
Yes.
positioned in one place, seated, calm, cool, and collected.
Thank
So
you. And
I
you are
want you
just
to know.
that.
Thank you, Mama. I just want you to know. So we went through some stuff to make sure that this would happen in the way that it has happened. So all know that in when I was heavily into religion, in the Holy Quran, it says that we plan and that God Allah plans, and that Allah God is the best of planners. And so if you
Hmm.
believe in something greater than yourself, you got to know that there's always something greater than you working out there in the forces, right? So
Yes.
you could think, oh, I'm doing this. I'm putting this in order. I'm making this happen. And in reality, you ain't in charge of
Not
shit.
at all. Not at
Okay.
all.
So
Not
trust
at
and
all.
believe I'm here because I'm not in charge and I had to surrender to not being in charge and that this was going to go
I love it.
exactly how it's going.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So, as a sexual freedom strategist, what is that? Tell me more about it.
I
I mean,
mean, it
does
should
it mean that you're sexually fluid, or, what's the strategy in it? Shit, I need to understand.
so I will start off with the word freedom. Everything for me happens inside of being free, free to discuss, free to declare, free to, claim all things that are sexually appropriate and specific to you, whoever you may be. Right. And so freedom looks different for everybody. My form of freedom may be that I'm able to say to you, I like sex. That may
Yeah.
be my form of freedom. Somebody else's form of freedom may be I like sex like this. My thing is find your freedom on whatever rating you are, whether you are rated G or triple X, find out what that freedom rating is, and you live wholeheartedly, 100%, no holds barred inside of that space. And the strategy, right? Always tips and tools on the trade, but trust and believe that no matter what kind of strategy you get, that's still all personal. Because I can tell you, you should do A, you should do B, and then you should do C. And you're going to be like, I think I'm gonna do one, B, and D for me, right?
Yeah.
Because as we've learned in this society, that sex is not a one-dimensional thing. It is
Not at all.
multi-dimensional, multi-leveled, and it varies from one stage in life to the next, right? So who I was as a sexual being at 25 is not who the hell I was at 45. You best to believe that.
Facts.
So,
Facts.
the journey continues and it is an evolution that will go on until the end of time.
Absolutely. So, this whole concept of being a womb healer, talk to
Mhm.
me about that.
So, I mean, essentially, it means for me that God gave me some gifts, right? Gifts to tune in a particular way that has me be sensitive to what's happening in my womb first and foremost, right?
Mhm.
So that I can tap into the wombs that I interact with. And what that means is now we want to, in this society, you want to be responsible about the word healer, right? Because if you're not in the woo-woo world, you can be like, well, who are you? You're not a doctor. But I believe that we are our first healers, and Queen of Fool will say, heal thyself, right? The Bible
Yes.
says, you should heal thyself. Somewhere it says, heal thyself. Maybe on the walls of Kemet, it says, heal thyself, right? And so we are responsible for healing our own bodies. And so by that, I take the responsibility of self. Now, if you decide to take a journey with me, trust and believe that I am only a guide, and that you will in turn heal yourself depending on how much work you are willing to put into your own salvation, so to speak. And I mean the salvation of your womb, in your mind, in your body, in your soul.
Wow. So do you offer these one-on-one sessions? Is it couple sessions or,
It's
you know?
everything. I mean, I do group work. I mean, I have an
Oh,
event
wow.
called Con, and we come
Yes.
together. Usually used to be like in person, right? So now we're doing this virtual thing. And so Con is a virtual experience where we all come together in a space to have a conversation, right? It's this candid conversation around what matters to us in the bedroom and beyond. And so we use a myriad of we use a myriad of entities in order to express that, right? So we use spirituality, we use affirmations, we use meditation, we use movement, right? But most importantly, we use authenticity, vulnerability, and safety, right? It's
Yes.
about having a safe and sacred space so that we as women can converge on a space and have an opportunity to share sometimes some very deep,
Yes.
personal shit.
Yes. Yes.
And
And
so
it's
that's
very necessary to
very
have that safe
necessary.
space.
Absolutely.
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 So I know having great, amazing sex has everything to do with the level of confidence that first you have within yourself, but
Mhm.
that safe space that you have with your partner. How does someone who ain't fucked in a long time since COVID, ding, 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 like
You've been on
how
that
do
quarantine
we?
coochie.
I've been quarantined this cooch, okay? How does somebody regain that confidence? Because I'm like, wait a minute, do the girl still got it? The
Right.
girl
I mean,
still got it.
you said, how do you regain that confidence? I think that, it is an everyday experience. I tell people I live my life like a 12-step program. So this shit is one day at a motherfucking time.
I
Okay.
love it.
You
I
ain't,
love it.
I walk into life every day going, all right, do I have the confidence to wake up and look at me in the mirror? Right. And so I think that it is imperative that on this journey, whether you're quarantining your coochie or you have not been quarantining your coochie, I think that you need to have a conversation with your vagina, if nothing else, right? Like to remember, yes, you need to talk to old girl like, hey, baby, I did not forget about you. I'm preserving you for that moment when it will matter to me at the most opportune time that my safety is there and my partner's safety is there. And we've all tested 1,000, whatever your shit is, right? And most importantly, connecting, right? So you can't just walk around like that you're ignoring old girl. You must remind yourself that she is there, she is valuable, and that she deserves to be spoken to on a regular.
I love this. Really? Oh, girl, under
I mean,
all
you
these layers.
listen, I'm talking to Peaches. I'm talking to Peaches. Hey, Peaches.
Hey, I'm
Like,
talking to Miss Juicy. Okay.
listen.
Hey, sis. It's
Yes,
very necessary. And you know what? In
absolutely.
having that daily conversation, it helps you to connect with yourself, connect
Absolutely.
with your cooch, and regain that level of confidence. So I get it. I totally get it.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm gonna be like, wake up, Miss Jeezy, we alive.
Listen, listen, in my book, I talk about mirror work. Okay. Mirror
Okay.
work below the navel, baby. So,
Wow.
yes, take a look. We don't take a look. How many of women are walking around don't even know the parts? We can't identify the parts. We haven't seen our vaginas ever. Too many people are like, oh, down there. I remember meeting a woman at a conference one time, and she must have been 60 some odd years old, and she still referred to her vag as down there. And I was like, Joan, or whatever her name was, like, listen, you can call it whatever you want to call it, but down there, boo, I think we should, elevate the language.
Elevate the language. That's necessary.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
listen, let's talk about vaginal health because we gotta talk about it and relate to it and all of that. Let's talk about vaginal health and how important it is. Because, and let me just take it a step further. These brothers, the damn shamers, our kings, they don't like no stinky ass cooch, okay? They ain't trying to hear it. The twang and all of that, they're not trying to hear it, okay? They ain't for it. So, I know that I'm always very in tune to how I feel and, how I smell and all of that. That's important. Like, what should we be doing to make sure our shit don't stink, essentially?
Well, let me say this. You started off like many of us start off, worried about what someone else is going to think about my pussy.
Yeah.
I must first be concerned about my vagina wellness. It is not up to my partner to inform me or to let me know what he likes. It is my responsibility to say to Nikki, hey, I want a sweet smelling vagina. So here are the things that I am going to do to make sure that I am tight, right, and ready to go. And if I don't know, guess what? I'm going to seek out the coochie coach. You feel me? So it is imperative that we take stock in our bodies first and foremost for ourselves. That is the ultimate act of self-love. It is not about the pleasure of another. We must first seek pleasure for self. And if you have that kind of confidence and you are that assured about who you are, then any and everybody who enters your space is going to be about it. But if you ain't giving a damn about your body, then why would anybody else?
Yeah. That's so key. And here's the deal. When how soon do you think is too soon to introduce the cooch or have that conversation with somebody that's new? You out there for your dude that he been around for years. He
Right.
Shit, he talking to her. You know
right.
what I mean?
Right.
But if you want to introduce somebody new to Miss Peaches, like how soon is too soon to have the car? Are you talking about that on the first conversation? Or, like how forward should we be?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, I am empathic as I can possibly be given whatever circumstances that I am interacting with. Each situation is different. I met a man, I didn't wait. First day I met him. Here is what the deal is. You either with it or you ain't. And that was me moving off a spirit because I didn't do that with everyone. It was just this one particular person. I had never done that in my life, but I was like, here. And if he was going to be with the shits that day, he was going to be with the shits. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I feel like you have to decide based on the vibe and the energy that you get from the person. And it also has to do a lot with your confidence, right? Your coochie confidence. If you got a certain level of confidence, then you're going to have the courage to be about it and express whatever you need to express to the potential partner. There is no such thing as too early, too late, blah, blah, blah. It's like when the timing is right. There are people who go, I met my husband or wife on day one. I fucked them on day one and we got engaged on day two. Okay.
Yeah.
And now they're living happily ever freaking after 20 years into the future. So you just never know. I mean, I think that what happens a lot of times is that we're afraid. Fear stops us from being forthright. It stops us from being honest about what the circumstances are. And so it also prevents us from having the sex lives that we deserve.
We deserve, yes, because it's freeing. Liberation. Do you understand? So that whole 90-day shit is out the window for you.
I'm just saying, watch it now. Now, here's the shit. Like, I've waited it depended on who it was. I've waited 90 days. I waited 90 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it all depends on you, the circumstances that you're dealing with at that moment in time. You never damn know. And shit, the whole point about it is not to be ashamed. Whatever you choose, like, this is not about pussy shaming, right? So whatever you choose, it's personal. You can't judge me because I waited 90 days and I can't judge you because you waited 90 minutes.
Yeah. Facts. That part. So listen, masturbation is fun.
Oh,
We
yes.
all love it. It's essential, it's
Yes.
necessary, depending on who you're talking to. But
Mhm.
can you possibly overstimulate the cooch so much with masturbation, with toys, that the shit just ain't working out right? Tell me
I
about
think,
that.
listen, I think I'm a Libra, so I try to do balance. Okay. I try to be in my art most of the time, right? I
Mm-hmm.
think that too much of anything, not enough of anything is never in balanced. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that when you are into self pleasure, masturbation, whether you're using toys or not, I think there's such a thing as overstimulation, like whether you're a male or a female, right? So sometimes you can masturbate so much you become desensitized, right? Depending on if you're using devices, those batteries that, I mean, shit, your hand, like, hello, there's a numbing sensation that can occur in the body as a result of the over usage. And so I
Yeah.
think with all of it, you got to find your balance. You know what I mean? And so if you are using toys, I suggest as a toy, bedroom candy consultant, I
Okay.
choose to go between both, right? So you use your hand or you use devices that don't have batteries and electronic adapters, and you use human interaction, to the best of your ability.
So how comfortable do you think that women are with expressing, nah, nigga, don't do it this way. Move that ass over that way. Because they already say we controlling, and we need to have some level of being submissive,
Submission,
yeah,
yes.
submission and all of that. It's hard trying to find that balance. Like, no, this ain't working. Like,
Listen,
how,
I tell people if you really want to have the kind of sex life that you deserve, you have to speak up. The other
Mhm.
week I was on a clubhouse room and I was in there with like some pros. I was just like a little girl sitting over here, like I thought I was rated, high on the scale until I got in that room and I was like, oh, let me sit down and fold my hands and sit in the corner quietly and take fucking notes. And
Yeah.
so they had me, ultimately I ended up on that call going online to determine whether, they were talking about BDSM, and I was like, oh, let me see, where I fall on the scale. Now I kind of already knew, but I was like, let me, take a test. So I took this test to find out that I was a dominant person, right, in the bedroom.
Mm.
And so I was like, oh, okay, well, that was according to those questions. And so I was like, all right, cool. But I am that kind of person. It's like, no, move it over here or just stop, right? I
Mhm.
like this. Push it a little further here. Lean back here. Like, I think that's important. If you don't say what matters to you or what you like and what you don't like, you're going to live an unfulfilled life. And people don't realize how important sex is in relationships.
But
We think
people
that
are
we can
they don't
say
want to
it's okay.
bruise a man's ego. Like, how do you do that comfortably
How
where you're
about a
not?
man bruising a woman? Like, here's the shit. It ain't always the woman who's dissatisfied. Sometimes the
Okay.
man is like, chick, I need you to be on some spontaneous shit. It ain't gonna
Yeah.
happen on schedule all the time, and it's not gonna happen every time the lights are out.
Yeah.
So you need both parties need to be able to say, this is what I would like to experience with you. And you're
Mhm.
either with it or you're not. And then it helps, right? You could determine, hey, he wants to fuck in the daytime all the time. I don't like daytime fucking or whatever. That's not me.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if you are one of the people who was like, I need the lights off, I need it to be in the corner in the alley. Listen, your partner needs to know that shit because then you need to decide if that's the partner for you.
Yeah, yeah. I had a dude that was amazed at how comfortable I was with the lights on. When I said, "Listen, I got to see. Like, I need to see what's going on. Okay, turn
Listen,
that shit on. Listen, we already know what we here for. You trying to set the moon off?
listen.
I need to see what you working with. Like,
Hello,
inspect all around your parts. You know what that thing do. I need
hello.
to see that. Okay." So we ain't turning out no lights, especially listen. We just
Not in
ain't.
these days. You better look
Not
and see.
you gotta look, see, taste, smell. Like, you gotta be very selective these
Mhm.
days. You
You're
understand
using
what I'm
all of your
saying?
senses in order to determine whether the person is right for you.
Absolutely. So let's talk about this whole sexual trauma impact. And
Mhm.
what is that? How does that look?
Hmm. Well, I can only speak for what it looked like for me, right? And
Mm.
so, I talk about there's a certain percentage. When I first did this research, I found that there were 97% of young people who had been sexually, what I call sexually mishandled, right?
Mm.
97% of teenagers, report having been sexually mishandled, right? And then there's another 97% that have sex before their time. And, then there's like 97%, become infected with, some sexually transmitted infection, right? And so I believe that I was sexually mishandled at the age of 8, right? And
Mm.
so if you fast forward through time, how that could look for a lot of people when you don't get some support is that you become sexually reckless and belligerent, because you don't have the facility on how to manage your life after being traumatized in a particular way. And so I happened to be blessed at 14 to go to group therapy, and I didn't know what that meant then, but I know now that it meant that that was the road to my recovery
Wow.
around being sexually mishandled. And so I wasn't one of those people who was going to choose victimhood. I was like, okay, this is some messed up shit that happened. How do I now turn that into something that I can actually live in life with and live powerfully? And
Mm.
so I did this transformational work. I started some womb healing when I was 30 years old. And I've been on that journey ever since. So you're talking about almost 20 years of concentrated healing. And there's still work to do because there are things called blind spots that you don't know are there until something triggers you. And
Mhm.
but I decided that I wasn't going to be a victim inside of this because I was a sexual being nonetheless, right? Regardless of the sexual trauma, the mishandling, I was still, excuse me, a sexual being who wanted to experience more, around sex and intimacy. And so I went for it. So I turned my trial into a triumph.
Hmm. And so, what I often hear is that people who have been sexually mishandled, they either, go hard with the sex, it's like extreme, really, really extreme,
Mhm.
or if, not treated well, they shy away. They don't want to have sex. They
Mhm.
want to be in the dark. They don't want anybody to touch, And so, I'm sure, how does that play out for the person that's on the other end of the spectrum?
I mean, I think that, with all of it is about balance. I think how I found, people get the most freedom is when they get the opportunity to share, like getting to the source of the trauma helps tremendously. It is in the bottled up experience that we don't get to fully grow, and transform the thing. If we are sitting, it's like soda, right? You have soda that you've shaken up and you have a top on it. And then when you unloose that top, what happens? The shit
It
explodes
explodes.
all over the
Yeah.
damn place, right? And so that's essentially what happens when you keep emotions and feelings bottled up, right? Especially when they are things that are like the soda, right? Shaken up and not given any room to breathe. And so I believe that it is necessary for us to begin to dig in to the things that have caused us some pain. And it doesn't mean that you have to do it in a reckless way. It doesn't mean you have to do it all at one time, but you must begin to communicate about it. So you're either talking to a professional or you're talking to someone you trust who can support you in moving forward. And when
Hmm.
I say moving forward, I'm not one of those people like, girl, you need to get over that shit. No, you need to deal with it at your pace, at your rate, in your time. However, it makes sense and it would support you in dealing with it sooner rather than later.
Absolutely.
Does that make
Absolutely. I
sense?
totally
Yeah.
agree. It does. It does. So that is one aspect of sexual trauma, being sexually mishandled. But we could essentially be, adults consenting to sex and have some traumatized and big ass dick that
Hello.
has like made you scared. Like, I'm not fucking
That.
going back to that again. You know what I mean? So let's talk about the trauma that isn't so that traumatic, but like to this level
Still
of
can be
like
traumatic. It's
it
still
can be.
trauma.
I
I'm
think
telling you.
about this one dude often. And I'm like, I wonder where he is. No, I wonder where it is. Not
It
him.
is, not him.
Where
Just
it is.
just the P.
And now that I'm about to be 46 years old, I
Listen,
wonder, could I take that?
you
You know?
understand? I wonder where that phallic symbol is today.
Yes. But I was traumatized because I felt like I can't take all this. What is this? I ain't never seen nothing like this.
Word. I mean, I used to say, big for no fucking reason. Sometimes it's just obnoxious. It's
and that's
not
a
even,
damn shame.
and it varies, right? Everybody's situation is different because some people are like, yo, I can't do it unless it is so excruciating, right? Excruciatingly painful. That's the only way that some women are going to interact, or some men, right, for that matter, are going to engage. Only if it is brutally large.
Yeah.
And it's like anything else. Like, you don't know until you try it.
Yeah.
How would I know? How will I know? Like, I won't know until I am faced with Big Dick Johnny to determine if I'm gonna go for it or not, right? And then, it's like, and then what I liked at 25, what I could appreciate at 28, at 48, I'm like, yeah, that's just too big. I ain't even, I ain't got no kind of time to be trying to rock. The body is different. I told you already mentioned I had 2 babies. The second baby happened after 40, which means the cervix is sitting in a whole different way. Now she can't handle all that.
Yeah, that's a damn shame.
And we're not doing that. That's a damn shame. Okay. We're not doing all that. Okay. I'm good. I'm real good right now.
And on the flip side, those that might not be well endowed, you're like, oh, I had, this thing and this little thing, or like somebody who bites at you, like bite at you, and they giving you all, and you like, what the fuck are you doing down there? Are you
don't stop nibbling at my
like, that's a damn shame.
Here's what I'm gonna say about oral. If you are not, and I'm speaking into the camera. Do you see my face into the camera? I'm speaking.
I see you. I'm coming close with you.
You who desire to provide oral stimulation to your partner, please, I beg of you, do it because you love them, because you desire to please them orally. Please do not engage in oral satisfaction just because it'll feel like just cause. And who wants a just cause oral experience? No one.
Nobody. That shit is whack.
I should feel the love coming through your lips and your tongue. If you ain't into it, don't bother.
Don't waste my motherfucking time.
Okay, spare me the spit. I'm good.
Spare me the spit. I love it. That's a damn shame. And you're right in everything. For real, it goes beyond the oral. It is the physical intercourse that, hey, if you're not really feeling me, or the vibe isn't there. I say this one dude, it's like, he and I had this ebb and flow. It's just so in sync. Like, the ocean's waves.
Like a rocking, that's a beautiful boat.
Every single time, okay? And he ain't missed a beat. And that's a damn
I've had
shame.
that experience. That's a damn thing. Woo!
You making me conjure up some shit tonight. I'm gonna have to make some phone calls.
Wake it up. I'm listening. You done put baby Peaches to sleep. You're in quarantine for a year. Come on now. You got to snap out of it.
Yeah, it's time. I'm gonna have a conversation. I'm gonna have a deep conversation with her tonight, tomorrow, this weekend. We're gonna have a long talk.
Take a bath, add some oils, put some roses in the water. Really get connected to her, like in a way that you haven't in a while, or possibly ever. The importance of doing that is because we need to be reminded that sex is pleasurable. The body needs it. Don't get it twisted. People out here, oh, I'm not doing that. I'm saving it. I'm holding it. Let cobwebs grow up on it. Listen. Be safe. Be safe. Be as safe as you possibly can based on whatever you're choosing for your life. But goddamn, do not starve the body.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
a damn shame.
That's a damn
Starving
shame.
yourself in that way. You
Yeah,
wouldn't go without food for a year.
damn sure wouldn't. Damn sure would. So this is some dope conversation. Like I'm so excited
I hope
about
you're
all
enjoying
of this.
yourself.
I'm
I hope
here
you're
for
getting
all
value.
of it. Yes, yes.
Some
So
questions
where
and
we?
comments from the chat. Can I throw
Okay,
them in
come
right
on,
now?
come
Yes.
on.
All right. A couple of folks are saying they gotta start talking to their cooch. And we have one of our gentlemen on here saying, yeah, because I've been talking, I always talk to my Johnson. So y'all ladies are behind. If y'all not
They
talking to
do.
y'all cooch, we talking to our Johnson. So get
All
with
the
it.
time they do it.
They do. They
But
Yes,
you know,
do.
a lot of men have a lot more confidence than women. You know, it's
They
just the way
do.
society set us up. And so now women are coming more. It's the age of femininity. Women are coming more in touch with their vaginas, with their coochies, and they're getting connected. And so it's like power to the pool all day. And everybody is, power to the pool. But then there are so many of us in so many parts of the world that still don't have power in the pool. And
Mm.
so we are here to let you know it is okay to talk to your pussy today. Okay?
I, I love it. I love it. I cannot wait. Ladies, we need to start talking to the cooch ASAP, okay? I can,
Start tonight.
girl,
Start
tonight.
tonight.
Yes,
Get you a
it's
little
time.
mirror and go check out old girl and start talking to her. I mean, if you don't have a name, give her a name.
Give her a name.
Give her a
Yeah.
name. Talk
Should we
sweet.
give our cars names and
Come
why
on,
not?
B. Come
What?
on. We be out here calling our cars all kinds of names, making sure we take care of her and treat her all nice and sweet. And then we treat our pussy like a second-hand car,
Yeah,
a
and
second-class citizen. Like, it's like, really,
that's a damn shame.
yes, it's a damn shame. It's like one of our most prized possessions.
It is. It is. I always say I'm sitting on a gold mine. I know
Better
what I'm
know.
working with,
You better
okay?
know,
I know
okay?
there's power
A
in her.
diamond. Listen, that's a diamond mind.
Yes, yes, yes. And you gotta have that level of confidence. So let's talk about fetishes. Like, what do you think is the weirdest fetish that you have ever heard of? I mean, I had this one dude that liked licking the inside of my ear. Like, how the fuck do you get off on that?
You
It was
know
just,
what?
yeah.
I've heard a lot of different. I mean, now that I went on this BDSM journey, it was like people want to eat out of dog bowls and it's all kinds of stuff, right? One that you said something about licking your ear. You know the fetish that I never could get, that I never really thought was like it makes me like get cool, ooh, something happens in my body.
Mm.
Licking toes.
Say it ain't so.
People, when I think about where my feet go,
I
when
mean,
I
but like
think
anything
about
else, when you getting out the shower, when you have a nice bath, you and your partner, y'all getting ready to get you don't like that.
I don't, yeah, I mean, it's something that happens funny inside of my body every time I've ever had it done. I always felt like, oh, why you touching my feet? Like, but I get that that's a pleasure zone for people, right? But for me, it's like, I ain't putting no toes in my mouth.
Wow. No, no, no. I don't think I've ever licked a dude's toes, but I've certainly had mine, and it's like, okay, that's your thing. It doesn't, like excite me or anything, but if he likes it, then I look at it like he's really enjoying every part of my
Part of you,
body. So
absolutely.
I take it as a compliment that this man is really, really into me, with these
Yeah.
kinds of fetishes that go on. So
So I like that. That's true. I just, for me, it's about also, it's a, there must be there must be a mutual exchange, right? So it's great that you may want to do that, but if I am not receiving it in the way that you want it to be delivered, then I'm not going to just say okay. I think
yeah.
I'm a little more expressive about it. I'm just like, that doesn't do it for me. So you should probably not.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. In your coaching, have you ever come across a woman who is like, my dude, he asked me to put a strap on and like go there with him.
Well, I get this question often. You know, I used to go, oh, where are my pearls? Let me clutch them. right? But now I am like, if that is something that works for the two of you, then yo, strap up. I am really moving away from the judgment around where and how people garner pleasure with their partner, because I'm clear that there is more than one way to skin a cat. You know, you and I, we keep talking about male female interactions, but we know that there is more than that, right? There is,
Absolutely.
everybody, we got all these terminologies. We got to figure out our pronouns. We got binary, we got cis,
Honey.
all kind, right? We got alphabet city when it comes to identification of who you are as a sexual being, gender, like all of those things are a reality today. And
Yeah.
so it behooves us to get all small minded about how people want to interact with one another. I think that as long as all parties are consenting and that everyone is being satisfied, then who the fuck am I to talk about him or her putting on a strap? Now, if my dude asks me, I might be looking at him sideways. But if I'm thinking that might do something in our space, I don't know. I might do it. Nobody ever asked me that.
Yeah, I don't know that I would be able to handle that kind of conversation. Like, I want you to be comfortable enough to, tell me your desires. But, I got to be true to who I am.
Word.
And say, nah, that ain't gonna fly with me.
I want to be true to I want to be free. I want you to be comfortable enough to share with me what your desires are, but I also want you to be able to hear and receive what I may say in response to your desire, right?
Absolutely.
So
And
just
some people
because
aren't
you have,
ready.
just because you have that desire does not mean I'm going to fulfill upon it.
I agree. I
And vice
totally
versa.
agree. And vice versa. I definitely agree with that. So this fetish, what about you talked about BDSM and all of that. I've had my experiences going to some of these sex clubs and all of that. I think I'm a voyeur because I like watching
Like to
and
watch
seeing.
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like seeing and it might be partly because I'm nosy as fuck, or
I like
as
to
I
watch. Like people say, "Oh, you got your curtains off." People gonna look at you. I was like, "Let them watch." I have no problem with that. There's nothing about, because I'm comfortable in my skin, right? So I don't have a thing about people seeing me naked. My mother's like, "You're an exhibitionist." I was like, "Whatever."
Yeah, my mother said, you need to put some damn clothes on. That's a damn shame. I got
Hey.
to wear a goddamn shame. That's a damn shame. Walk around here half naked. And I like sleeping naked. Like, it's
Listen.
freeing because, I am in tune to my body. I'm constantly, touching like, well, what's this? Well, wait a minute,
Right. What's this new dimple? What's this new dent?
you had to.
Listen, you better
explore.
inspect your body.
Yes. It's so very necessary. So talk more about the coochie chamber. What are we doing in there?
Ooh, so the Koichi Chamber is my emerging membership program. And so what happens in the Coochie Chamber is strictly a text messaging membership. And so when people say that they want to explore and learn more about sex and intimacy, but they don't have, they may not have the time to come to a conference, or, they want a coach, but they can't necessarily afford to pay for a coach. And so I have the Coochie Chamber. It's a text messaging program, and it's based on daily communication. So you receive a daily text message that is affirming, and then 3 times a week you get some instructions on how to take care of your vagina, your coochie, your vajayjay, right? And once a month we come together in a Zoom such as this, but it's private. It's only if you're in the Coochie Chamber, and we have candid conversations. And so you have me at your disposal to ask anything of and get support in whatever sexual concerns, issues, and explorations you like to share.
Wow. Do they ever talk about, because you're talking about the coochie chamber, but we have multiple holes. So, how about this whole anal stimulation and, how, because some people clam up. Like for me, you gotta, talk me through it.
Right,
Okay,
right.
this is
I'm
what we're
about to,
about to
like when you go to
do.
the doctor, they're like, so I just applied I just to
Yes.
try the
I need
jelly.
all that
You'll
shit.
feel something.
Yeah.
You'll feel something cold at first.
Yes. Yes. So I'm sure this comes up because
I
while you
know.
focus on the cooch, you gotta focus on that as well. Like
Absolutely.
what's up with the anal game?
Again, it's preference. It is. Don't knock it till you try it.
Mhm.
Okay. Be safe. Be responsible. You can't go from anal to cooch. Okay. I just must say
Mhm.
that. Be responsible. But I believe that it is. For me, it is. I don't know how to describe it. It's a very intimate interaction. When someone decides to go through the back door in my world, it's like we're closer than close.
Are you
Like
looking at your dude? Are you looking at your
it's
dude
a
now?
little more personal.
You're looking at your dude now because you laughing and googly eyes. He right there. Like, nah, you ain't getting this shit, nigga. We
So
close, but we ain't that close.
listen, you understand? So I think, I mean, and I am an advocate of, anal exploration. I think that everybody should try it. Like, don't knock it till you try it, but be responsible for how
But you
you
hear,
receive it. What
it
you say?
hurts. You
Well,
hear
that's
it
that.
hurts.
Remember we was talking about Big Dick Johnny before? Yeah, that probably shit would hurt. Because
Yeah.
remember, it's just a little hole. Like, it's not like the vagina that widens up and dilates to some degree. Even if you're not pregnant, it's like it gets open. The vagina has this elasticity that just doesn't exist in the anal area. So you gotta like approach it gingerly, and you gotta do it based on what works for you and your partner.
Yeah.
And if it hurts, you have to express that, right? Don't take the pain, because unless you're into pain, don't take the pain if it doesn't feel good and if it doesn't feel right.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're gonna feel something cool and you're gonna relax. And I'm gonna take these two fingers
Right. And I'm
and
gonna
then
gently place them in, and then shortly after
come
that,
on, bitch.
you're
Like,
gonna
come
feel
on.
my ding-a-ling, okay?
I'm telling you, I just be like, come on, bitch. Come on, Betty. Just
Listen,
give it
come
to
on
me.
with the come on. And no, you don't want somebody ramming nothing up in your rectum, money.
No,
That ain't a good feeling.
it's not a good feeling. It's not. Yeah, you
You,
gotta
you
really massage and slow walk me and
hello. You
talk
got
me
listen,
through
like
some
I
shit.
said, you gotta talk me through it like we are at the gynecologist. You're gonna feel this cold speculum, what they call it, speculum.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
spectrum.
saying? You gonna open up your, you know what I'm saying? Lean down, put all that.
Yeah,
All
all of
that.
that. All of that. So you having those kind of authentic, live, in your face conversations with what, black and brown women, right?
Black and brown women. I mean, my friend says to me all the time, Nikki, you don't just cater to black and brown women. You cater to everyone. And she's right, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
I really do. Who I attract are all kinds of people, all kinds of women come in my direction. I just happen to be black.
Yeah.
And so, my immediate affiliations or associations are with black and brown. But it is really for all women who want to explore the journey.
I love it. I love it. Producer lady, come on.
Yeah.
I have another question, but it's not in the chat. It's somebody that texted me.
Okay.
Um, and I guess they might feel a little uncomfortable getting in the chat because
That's okay.
That's okay.
but they want to know, how do you keep her fresh? The older they get, it's a little sweaty,
Mm-hmm.
down there. And trying to keep in mind stuff that keeping her sensitive to certain soaps
Mm-hmm.
and oils and stuff like that. Like, what's the best way to keep her fresh from the inside out and the outside in?
Okay, so but thank you. That's a great question. It's really brilliant. It has multiple levels. First of all, we are what we eat, ladies.
Mm.
If you eat dead carcass, it is possible that your vagina smells like a dead carcass.
Damn.
If you are into fruits and vegetables, then your vagina will smell like fruits and vegetables. I'm a person who perspires a lot below the belt. Depending on how much hair I have down there, that determines how much perspiration that I experience. And so there are two different scents, right? There are the pheromones that get exuded from the top part of my vagina, and then there is the odor that may come out of my vagina. Now, if there's something coming out of my vagina that doesn't smell correct, see a doctor. Please see your
Mhm.
medical professional, because perhaps there's an imbalance, right? There are some pH imbalances and you need to get that checked out. If you are experiencing anything that is out of the ordinary, I'm always like, go to the doctor. Do not be out here self-diagnosing. And there should be no soap. I repeat, no soap. I repeat, no soap
Mhm.
going inside of the vagina. We have been taught by this patriarchal society that the vagina is dirty and disgusting and needs to be cleansed with some harsh astringents. Meanwhile, we're causing all kinds of imbalances in our body. And so I was taught that we don't, first of all, it's a self cleaning oven.
Mhm.
It detoxes, it cleanses on its own. If you feel like you need a little extra, go get you a womb steam, clean it
The womb,
out.
the womb steam is like the V steam. Is that the
Yeah,
same?
yeah, yeah. Same thing.
Okay. Okay.
Beat steam, find you one. I mean, I love the womb sauna. That's my
Yeah.
girl over there in
All right.
Maryland. So yes.
All right. All right.
I come down to Maryland every month to make sure that I get my coochie done as I work on getting my certification so that I can offer it to my clients wherever I am. So I believe that, you are what you eat. If you want to have a fresher, cleaner vagina from the inside out, look at what you're eating.
Yeah.
Drink water.
Mhm.
Water, 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 water. I mean, we're laughing tonight. We're toasting up. I got my glass. You got your glass. But if we are not hydrated with regular H2O, that will cause your vagina to have an odor. If you are not eating properly, that will cause you to have an odor. If you wear tight clothing holding that vagina in and she ain't getting no air, old girl will let you know that she needs to
Mhm.
breathe. So I suggest sleeping at night without underwear. If you're not cycling and if you don't have your menses, you can go commando.
Yeah.
Let it
Yeah.
air out. Let it breathe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let her
Yeah.
breathe.
Let her breathe.
And
Free
cotton
the
underwear,
cooch.
cooch, free the cooch, and cotton underwear. Like cotton underwear, folks, you don't have to, they got all kinds these days. You don't have to wear the big bloomers anymore. But
Mhm.
cotton, 100% cotton, yo, that makes a difference.
Wow. I had this dude that didn't want me to shower. He
Mm.
liked the
Yes,
smell of something.
yes,
Yeah. And I'm like, what? No,
yes.
she got to make sure everything good. And he would be like, no, 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 don't do
He
that.
liked the way you smelled.
That's
Because
wild.
in some countries, that is what attracts the male and female, right? Those pheromones, whatever's popping off the body, that is what is like sexually inviting, for some people. And so it all depends. Like I remember somebody said that to me one time, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I no
If you
problem.
want to,
You're gonna get this hot, sweaty snatch today."
yes, today, right now.
I didn't say funky snatch. I said hot, sweaty snatch. Very different.
That's it. That's it. That's it. So listen, this has been some amazing conversation. I thank you so much for tuning in and being a part of telling the damn shamers what we need to do with our cooch.
Yes.
Let's talk about your business,
Yes.
okay? Let's promote that. The Coochie Chamber. How can they find you? If they have any additional questions, if they want to get your book.
Everything. So I am, I'm on everything social media, the Coochie Coach, right?
Yeah.
Instagram. If you want to know more about the Coochie Chamber, hashtag TCC and DM me over there and I'll get you the information. I will be on the clubhouse tonight. I have
Yes.
a room. I'm having a party. It's called, what is it? What was the name of the room? Let Freedom Ring. It's called
Let
Let
freedom
Freedom
ring.
Ring. The Coochie Coach pops her cherry in
Yes.
the clubhouse. And so that's happening tonight at 9:25. And it's really me celebrating me because I've been on Clubhouse for 30 days. And with all the stuff that I know to share and all this content, I haven't shared shit. So tonight is the night, I'm like
Yes.
finally ripping off my own band-aid and going out there and sharing with the world a piece of who I am and what I do and what I'm up to. But most importantly, I'm going to have fun. I like to have fun. I like to party. And so that's what I'll be doing. I'll be partying in the clubhouse for a little bit.
Thank you so much for the invite to the clubhouse. It's
Thank-
invite only. I
Yes,
said, I
yes.
hope Damn Shame podcast on the clubhouse, baby. Watch out. So I'm gonna sit and enter some rooms, but I cannot wait to let my freedom ring tonight.
Yes. So
So I know it's going to be
if you
amazing.
got time, if you're available, even just pop in to say hey.
That's it. That's it. So I thank you so much for being willing to come on and tell us, just about what we should be doing with our cooches and how this is essential and necessary. I'm going to begin to talk to my cooch tonight. All
Listen,
weekend, we got some conversation. We got some talking to do.
talking.
I got to get ready.
Listen, you
it's
better know.
2021. It's time to be sexually free. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Safe, but free.
Safe and free. That's right. Well,
Yes.
thank you, Mama. Thank you so much.
Thank you for tuning in. Yes. Thank you, Damn Shamers, for being in those comments and joining every week. Listen, each week we give a Damn Shame Award of the week. So this week, the Damn Shame Award goes to, and I'm gonna let Nikki B tell us who gets the damn shame. That's a damn shame.
Oh, baby. Did you give the Damn Shame Award to them crazy mofos who stormed DC? This a damn shame that they didn't get popped in the fucking back.
That is a damn shame. Also, my damn shame of the award of the week goes to that one who isn't sexually free, who doesn't know how to be. But we're going to change that shit tonight because it's a damn shame. We got to talk to our cooch, and brothers, talk to our cooch as well. Tell the cooch what you need her to do so that, listen, we can all be satisfied, okay? So thank y'all so much for tuning in each and every Friday. Hit that subscribe button if you have not already. Tell a friend. We are live. I love it. Thank you so much, Damn Shameless. See y'all next week. Birthday show next week.
Yes, it's your birthday.